Okay, so for our last example, this is our first example where we need two things moved. So I'm going to show you how to move them in the same step. Just make sure you're doing whatever you do to one side, you do to the other, and you'll be just fine. So what I need is the x squared over on this side, and I need it to come first. So I'm actually going to write it first, and there's a little trick for you. Wherever you need it to fit in the equation, write it there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But then I also need this 160 on the other side because I need the plain number on the right. So we're going to go ahead and do that all in the same step, because here this cancels out and I put it over here. This cancels out and I put it over here. So that's the good thing. I've got two things that canceled out and then two things in their new spot. So it all works out. Just be careful. Don't rush. Be careful. So x squared, now notice there's no other x value. So that's going to change things just a touch here. We're going to talk about it. Then your y squared comes second, plus your 26y. That cancels out. That cancels out. Now we have the negative 160. So now I have my variables on the left, my number on the right. I'm ready to complete the square. Now here's where this comes in. The x squared doesn't have another x term to come with it. So there's nothing to complete the square with. So it's just x squared. We're not going to factor that one. But we are going to factor the y. So this time, since I only have one complete the square portion, I'm going to have one blank over here and then one blank over there. Okay. So x squared is going to stay x squared. Half 26 is 13. Square the 13 is 169. So we'll add that to both sides. So factor. X squared we can't factor. It's the only thing we've got. This was a positive 13. So y plus 13 squared. Add these together is 9. So since I couldn't factor x squared, that would be a value of 0 as my center. And if you use Desmos and type this in, you're going to see that. And then that would be negative 13. Then my radius would be the square root of 9. So my radius would be 3. We can check it in Desmos. I'm not going to do that for you now, but again, that is always an option.